We'll move on to some sports media talk real quick. Pat McAfee. It came out today finally that he is agreeing to a deal with ESPN. No word numbers yet though, but it's an 8-figure deal apparently.
I mean,
a lot of money. You're not moving what his deal was previously to ESPN for not a lot of money.
Right, I mean, because he had a lot of stuff going with FanDuel and everything he was doing. It had to be that big for this.
Yeah, his FanDuel contract was 4 years, 120.
Yeah,
you're not moving for less than that.
Lots of mixed feelings about this because obviously McAfee has done this in a different space for the last couple of years. He's kind of changed the game a little bit with how sports talk radio is these days, and a lot more loose on language and whatnot, and people like that, and people kind of shocked that ESPN really to dive into this thing.
So, in relation to that, EJ, when you saw his deal, did you say, "Holy fuck"?
Shit, yeah. Shit, yeah.
That's good. I like that answer.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
but no,
I'm surprised. Okay, I'll say this. I'm surprised that ESPN went this route, and I'm also not surprised that ESPN went this route. I mean, they already had McAfee in-house for College Game Day.
Right.
So I think it makes sense to kind of bring everything under the umbrella, so to speak. Mm-hmm. I think the huge thing, and we have to go by what we've been told right now, right? And in his video announcement today, he's basically like, look, nothing's changing. It's just where we're doing it that is changing. And I certainly hope that's the case. Because look, his show is not something I absorb on a daily basis. I will see clips on YouTube, or I'll see clips on Instagram and stuff like that.
Right.
His interviews with Brock Lesnar, Vince McMahon, I watched and listened to those in full. And they are fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, he and his team are fantastic at what they do. So, it is my sincere hope that ESPN isn't dumb enough to fuck this up, and change what they have. That's why I said
you say that hope. And then kind of like
that's why I said hope, because it's entirely possible that they do, or that after a year or so they start to go, maybe we can try changing this a little bit. Let's just change this a little bit, and then and the minute you kind of open that door a little bit, that there's no closing the door again.
See, here's the thing, Jim. And this is what I love about you, buddy, and why I'm glad you do your pods on a regular basis, whether it be Huddle Up Podcast, bing, whether it be, 3 Count Thursday, bing, or any of the wonderful family that we have there at Huddle Up Inc. in general, bing. They get to see you as the real man you are, and not the pit of despair that is your Twitter account. Okay? The world's on fire, and everybody who refs against my team and Matt Muehlheisen's team are out to kill us. However, they call something in our favor, it's 100% correct. But
now you're getting it.
But but I say all the oh God. That being said, I'll lead with this.
Was it this guy gets it?
Yeah, right. I'll lead with this. I think Pat McAfee is the best of intentions and has been a man to his word as far as the coverage and the content to this point. I also very strongly believe, and granted, this is just me observing him in person, up close for just a handshake, and from afar at 2 different Super Bowls, both for Atlanta and Los Angeles. This guy is a people's champion, which is appropriate for somebody who covers wrestling as often as he does. And God damn it, he's good on that venue. And I'm not even a wrestling guy. I just know he's the right type. Love him on game day too. The writing on the wall for this to somehow happen, you have to do it kind of in hindsight, in a way like you would watch a Game of Thrones show. The desire was obviously there from ESPN's first effort to do business with Barstool, which to this day I still love that fell on its stupid face.
Me too.
Yes, I'm throwing shade at Barstool. Like they have a TikTok about them that shows the call of them getting canceled.
Yeah, please don't stop. I will let you do that all day, every day.
Yeah, like I mean, does it make you a horrible person to laugh at somebody's misery? Probably. Am I worried about it? Fuck no. And Pat McAfee means I can say that. Anyways, but I think McAfee is actually the correct answer in that. But Kyle, the mouse is going to stop him. In the past, you have a point. Here's the evidence of the anomaly. Here's the environment for the change. We live in a world, gentlemen.
In a world
where Disney Plus exists, where your child can watch princesses and pirates and cartoons with mice. There's also a world where you have Deadpool on demand. And I think Pat McAfee is that Deadpool offering for sport.
It sounds to me it's close to a licensing deal, though, because I think what they're going to do, they're going to broadcast 2 hours of the show on the YouTube and on ESPN. It'll be the lead-in after First Take. And then the last hour will be just strictly YouTube.
Right. It's Get Up and First Take. You're right.
Yeah. So that's kind of what it is. I mean, I know he spoke about this on the show a couple days ago about, like, wanting to be full control of his content. I totally agree with him. Having control of content is number one key. And I think he would not sign this deal if he did not have control of his content.
By the way,
I think ESPN is pivoting now. I think ESPN is seeing now the fracturing that more people now are less likely to listen to, like, cookie cutter sports media, sports talk radio.
Well, that, and the last time somebody went to them for control of their content, that was a major show host, and they said no. What happened? He went to the competition. And of course, I referred to when Colin Cowherd, right? That's how they lost the herd, is he went to them and said, I wanted to do a list of things. And this isn't, by the way, inside information. This isn't me being a journalist, although I did that a little bit lately when I was covering the Orlando Guardians. And, not to name drop, but I was on the phone with a Orlando Sentinel reporter today about how UCF is now just as valid as FSU in terms of money deals are. Take that, Noller.
Yeah, so I saw that article he put it on group text. I saw that.
I mean, the Barbarians are at the gate for the ACC. Listen, I make fun of you as an FSU fan, allegedly, but
allegedly.
But I mean, I don't care if it's FSU, Clemson, or Miami, or anybody else who claims to be a member of the alleged, don't hit it, Jim, I got this, Magnificent Seven. Listen, if you were going to try to break off and be your own league, that ship has sailed, but anyways, to get back to it, like, I feel like McAfee is the welcome change. I think I pointed out some of the other events that kind of show that what ESPN is learning from. To your point, the way that they're hemorrhaging product and staff shows they need to do something to get over the era of sports talk, Yeah, I'm with you, Jim. Please, because say what you will. I mean, if the one complaint about McAfee is he says fuck a lot, he promised he wouldn't say it quite as much. Okay, cool. Listen, I can make an argument that makes the product a bit more intelligent. And I mean, no offense to the toxic table, but there are times I'm even like, all right, guys, are you serious? Like, why don't I just cut a fart and light it? Like,
but part of the whole thing of the success of the show is that it's kind of like a barbershop talk. Like, this is how people, this is how sports fans actually talk. Like, we go to work, have work talk. Right. This is how we actually talk, and that's the whole idea.
No, and that's good. Listen, I should have that attitude as somebody who claims himself as the student of the game. I'm trying to be a bit more intelligent about it than they are, and that's okay. Hey, I ain't mad at them getting the bag. Don't get it twisted. I'm just talking about my personal preference. And somebody could tell me, well, Kyle, you're still full of yourself and you talk too fast anyway. Okay, cool. You're not listening to me.
And here's the thing, too. Like, it's, and I say this as a person that at times will use the F word as a comma, but like,
you don't say.
It's easy to use the word, right? Like, I know when Howard Stern first went to Sirius and Sirius XM, well, it is now Sirius XM.
Right.
Technically Sirius XM Pandora, but that's a whole nother story in and of itself.
Really?
Yeah, they own Sirius owns Pandora.
Okay.
But when he first went to Sirius, it like everybody was like, "Oh, cool! Like they're able to swear and blah blah blah," and not that they didn't, but like he kind of put an edict out to his staff is like, "Don't use it just because we can." So like, I think having like a little bit of reins on it, where you have to be. Sometimes creativity and vocabulary can be even better than the F word.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have thus fluctuated in that direction myself.
Yeah,
Not that you know about it any episodes where EJ comes on and I have to mark some bitch explicit, but that's a whole other question.
Hey, look, you know.
I know what I'm saying. Hey, listen, there's a reason why I'm talking with Danny Thompson tomorrow when I record the student of the game instead of you.
And not me.
Yeah, I don't want to have to go explicit for the second time this week.
I mean, I will look. I can always hold back if you need me to hold back. I will.
No, you can't. Shit,
I could, but I could though.
No, you can't.
I've seen you,
I can. Come
how
on.
you not doing the show with your kid on your shoulder? Get the fuck off me.
Fucking listen to me, motherfucker. I can fucking not say fuck whenever I want to.
Yeah, just let me know.
No.
No.
Oh my god, I killed Kyle. You bastard.
I have no idea. Yeah, right. I have no idea why Pat McAfee has any appeal. None.
No, but like, it's funny. I thought ESPN was going away from the whole personality based thing, but it kind of feels like they are going towards it now. McAfee's the personality. Stephen A's the face of their company. They have certain guys that are, as they're laying off 7,000 more employees, they're hiring him, and I feel like they're going to the more FS1 model, kind of, sort of.
Serious question though.
Mm-hmm.
Did they really go away from the personality model, or were they suffering from personalities leaving them and getting them into the trouble? Was the problem that they hitched their wagon to personalities with which didn't eventually mesh with them, right?
Right.
Because the whole and listen, I don't have a problem with her. She was just never my favorite sports analyst. I think she made some bad conclusions, but they tied that wagon, to Jamil Hill. Michael Smith is amazing.
Yeah.
But he left too, for his own reasons, which I mean, he's doing great and I'm glad to see it. Bramani Jones, and a list of others, and they also hitched their wagon to Mike Greenberg, which was a bad idea too, for reasons that aren't even half as cool as the other one.
Well, hold on. So you mean Mike? You're talking about Mike and Mike, of course.
I'm talking about him hosting Get Up and that show being down.
I will say this much about Get Up though. I used to hate it.
Sucks.
Correct. I don't hate it as much anymore because but what they've done, they've
Stop right there. Stop right there. Your description of I don't hate it as much anymore is all I need, buddy. You can
look. I don't hate eating crap as much as I used to. I've just developed a taste for it. Like that's basically like what you just said. Like the first time I tried it, oh my god, it was terrible. But after the 100th time, I've kind of gotten used to the taste.
It's like Data trying to.
No, they've done
drink the first time. Go ahead, AJ. I'm sorry.
He's on a delay.
I know.
No. It's the thing catch up here. So,
apparently the space van's the security van's in space. So we have that lag.
Note to self: don't park security van in basement.
Can you hear me, EJ?
That's a TikTok there for us right there. that video alone. No.